Have you ever stood up after sitting for a while and felt a little stiff or off balance? Maybe your knees creaked or your back complained just a bit louder than usual. You're not alone. As we get older, the way our bodies respond to stillness changes. What used to feel like just resting can slowly turn into something that chips away at our health without us even noticing. Now, I know sitting can feel like the most natural part of the day, maybe while watching your favorite show, reading a book, or enjoying a quiet meal. But here's the truth most people don't talk about. Sitting too much is one of the sneakiest threats to your health after 60. It doesn't just make your joints stiff, it can weaken your muscles, slow your circulation, affect your balance, and even impact your memory. That's right. Too much sitting can quietly do damage to your brain and body without any warning signs. But the good news is it doesn't have to stay that way. In this video, we're going to talk about some incredibly simple ways to stay active. Things that won't wear you out, take up your whole day, or require a gym membership. These are little shifts you can make right at home, and they can help you feel more energized, stronger, and more in control of your body. Let's start with something small but powerful: how you begin your morning. If your day starts by sitting at the kitchen table for breakfast, then moving to the couch for the news, then spending more time sitting while reading or on the computer, you've already spent most of the first half of your day sitting. That's not unusual, but even small stretches of movement early in the day can reverse that pattern. One of the best things you can do in the morning is a gentle 5-minute walk inside your home. Maybe just walking back and forth in the hallway or doing a few slow laps around your living room. It wakes up your muscles, gets your blood flowing, and tells your body, we're up and moving today. And if you need something even simpler, try this. The next time you're waiting for your coffee or tea to brew, stand up and gently march in place for a minute. Now, I get it, sometimes movement feels harder than it used to. Maybe you've had a hip replaced or deal with back pain. But staying active doesn't mean pushing through pain or doing exercises that feel like punishment. It means reminding your body that it can still move, even in gentle and manageable ways. Let's talk about another moment in the day when sitting sneaks up on us: after meals. A lot of us were raised to believe rest after eating is a good thing. And while it's true you don't want to do heavy activity right after a meal, staying upright and doing light movement, like slowly walking around the house or even washing a few dishes at the sink, can actually help digestion, prevent bloating, and reduce the risk of blood sugar spikes. Plus, it gives you another chance to break up that long sitting time. Have you ever noticed how much more alert you feel after standing and moving around, even for just a couple of minutes? That's no coincidence. Your body and brain were made to move. Now, let's talk about your favorite chair. You know the one. The cozy recliner, or maybe that soft spot on the sofa where everything is within arm's reach. There's nothing wrong with having a comfortable place to relax, but here's a little trick. Every 30 minutes or so, make it a habit to stand up, even if it's just for 30 seconds. You can set a timer or use commercial breaks if you're watching TV. That small act of standing up, stretching your arms, rolling your shoulders, or walking to the other room and back, it adds up. It breaks the sitting cycle, and over time, it helps maintain your strength and balance. One thing I hear a lot is, I just don't feel as steady on my feet as I used to. That can be scary. But a lot of that unsteadiness isn't just age, it's inactivity. The less you move, the more your body forgets how to move. It's like a machine that hasn't been turned on in a while. It gets stiff and slower. But the good news is it doesn't take hours of exercise to change that. It just takes consistency and movement built into your day. So far, we've looked at how morning routines and small moments like standing during commercial breaks can gently pull you out of the sitting habit. But there's another place sitting really creeps in. Anytime we're doing something we enjoy. Reading a book, working on a puzzle, chatting on the phone, or even scrolling on a tablet. And again, there's nothing wrong with these activities. But when they're stacked together, hours can pass before we stand up. So here's a simple change. Pair every seated activity with a short movement. For example, if you love reading, pause after each chapter to stretch or take a few steps. If you're on the phone, stand or pace while talking. These little add-ons don't take extra time. They just rewire the way we approach rest and play. You see, staying active after 60 doesn't mean becoming someone who's constantly exercising. It just means becoming someone who remembers that motion is medicine. Movement keeps the body strong, the brain alert, and the spirit lifted. And the best part, you can start with just one small change right now, today. Now that we've started making small changes to break up long stretches of sitting, let's go a little deeper. One of the most overlooked places we can build in movement is during our daily routines, the ones we barely even think about. For example, how many times a day do you get up to use the bathroom, grab a drink, or check on something in another room? Those moments might feel ordinary, but they're opportunities. Instead of just walking straight there and back, what if you took a little detour, maybe circled the dining room table once, or did a lap around the kitchen? It might only add 30 seconds, but it's movement your body desperately craves. And here's the thing. Every time you do that, you're not just burning a few extra calories. You're strengthening your muscles, keeping your joints mobile, and boosting circulation. Your body remembers that movement. It says, we're still in this. We're not giving up. You're building strength without even calling it exercise. Let's also talk about posture, because the way we sit can either support our health or quietly harm it. If you tend to slouch on the couch, curl up in a recliner, or lean forward while using a tablet or watching TV, you're not alone. But over time, that poor posture adds up. It weakens the core muscles that help keep you upright and steady. It can affect your breathing, your digestion, and even your confidence. Yes, really. Just imagine how you feel when you're sitting tall and upright compared to when you're hunched over. It makes a difference. So here's something simple to try. Every time you sit, do a quick posture check. Are your feet flat on the floor? Are your shoulders relaxed, not scrunched up by your ears? Can you sit up just a little taller? Even placing a small cushion behind your lower back can help you sit with more support and awareness. These little adjustments may seem small, but they help maintain the muscles that protect your spine and balance. Another powerful way to reduce the danger of too much sitting is to use what's already in your home, your furniture, your walls, even your kitchen counter. These can become tools for safe and easy movement. For instance, when you're waiting for the kettle to boil or the microwave to finish, place your hands lightly on the counter and do a few gentle heel raises or side steps. It's subtle, low impact, and gives your legs a nice wake-up call. Or how about this? Next time you walk past a wall, pause and do 5 wall push-ups. Just lean in gently and press back, nothing intense or sweaty. You're simply reminding your arms, shoulders, and chest that they still have work to do. These micro movements help maintain strength, and more importantly, they reinforce a mindset that says, I'm not just sitting through this season of life, I'm participating in it. And if you ever find yourself saying, but I just don't have the energy, that's even more reason to move. Because the less you move, the less energy you'll have. Think of your body like a rechargeable battery. Sitting too much drains it slowly. Movement, especially gentle, regular movement, helps recharge it. One of the most powerful motivators is connection. So if you can find someone to move with, maybe a spouse, a friend, a neighbor, it doesn't have to be formal. Even walking together while chatting about the day or doing light stretching before dinner can lift your spirits and make it more enjoyable. There's something about shared movement that just feels good. It lifts the heaviness of the day and reminds you that you're not alone. And if you live alone, you're not left out. You can still create a rhythm of movement by tying it to things you already do. After a phone call, take a stroll through the house. Before sitting down to watch your favorite show, do a minute of light movement. Even standing and swaying gently to a favorite song, yes, a little dance in the kitchen, is a beautiful way to stay active and spark a bit of joy. Now, let's take a moment to talk about one thing many people overlook: hydration. Believe it or not, drinking more water actually helps you move more. Why? Because it gives you more energy, supports your joints, and encourages natural movement, like getting up to refill your glass or take a bathroom break. It keeps your system running smoothly and nudges you to stand and move more often without even thinking about it. So consider keeping a water bottle nearby and sipping regularly. It might just be the easiest way to prompt yourself to get moving throughout the day. One more gentle reminder, don't fall into the trap of thinking, well, I didn't move much today, so I failed. That kind of thinking just makes us sit even more. The truth is, every little effort counts. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present and choosing movement one small step at a time. So, whether it's standing a little taller in your chair, taking a few extra steps during your daily routine, or dancing while the soup heats up, you're making progress, and your body, mind and spirit will thank you for it. You've already taken some powerful steps just by becoming more aware of how much you're sitting, and by realizing how many easy ways you can add movement into your day without overhauling your life. Now let's build on that momentum. One thing that often holds people back from staying active, especially after 60, is fear. Not just fear of injury, but fear of looking silly, fear of doing it wrong, or even fear of admitting it's time to make a change. But here's what I want you to hear clearly. Movement is for you, not for someone watching, not for some fancy gym or trainer. It's for your health, your freedom, and your peace of mind. You don't have to move like you used to. You just have to move. That could mean stretching your arms overhead first thing in the morning, or circling your ankles before getting out of bed. It could mean standing during a phone call instead of sitting, or dancing while brushing your teeth. Yes, that counts. And remember, one of the best tools you have right now is consistency. You don't need to do something for an hour straight. Just do something every day. The more consistent you are, the more your body will respond. You might notice your energy improving, your joints might ache less, your mood may even lift. That's not a coincidence, it's your body saying, thank you, I needed this. Now let's talk about chairs. Yes, chairs. The kind of chair you sit in most can affect your posture, your back, and even how likely you are to get up again. If you're spending hours on a soft, deep couch or recliner that swallows you whole, your muscles aren't being supported, your back curves, your legs don't move, and before you know it, standing up feels like a chore. Try this. Swap it out for a firmer chair for a portion of the day. Something that encourages better posture. Sit on the edge of it, feet flat on the floor, spine tall, and breathe deeply. Even just 10 minutes like that helps your core stay awake and engaged. You might also consider using a timer, not to nag you, but to nudge you. Set it for 30 or 45 minutes, and when it goes off, simply stand, stretch, take a few steps, reach for the ceiling, shake out your arms, just interrupt the sitting. These mini breaks help your body reset and prevent stiffness and fatigue. If mobility is a challenge for you, please don't let that stop you. Movement doesn't have to mean walking laps around the house. You can do seated marches, arm lifts, and ankle rolls, all from a chair. You can even follow along with gentle movement videos made for seniors, which are full of easy routines that meet you exactly where you are. No judgment, no rush. Just motion done your way. One thing that might surprise you, moving more also supports your independence. When you keep your muscles active, your joints limber, and your balance sharp, you're less likely to fall, less likely to need help, and more likely to feel confident doing the things you love. Whether that's gardening, cooking, traveling, or just getting out and about. It's not about exercising for the sake of exercise, it's about protecting your freedom. Every stretch, every step, every movement is a vote for your independence. You're saying, I want to keep living fully, on my own terms. That's incredibly powerful. And I want to be honest with you. Some days will feel harder than others. That's normal. There will be days when you just don't feel like moving. And that's okay. On those days, remind yourself why it matters. Maybe it's because you want to keep playing with your grandkids, or feel strong enough to go on that trip you've been dreaming of. Or simply wake up each day knowing your body is working with you, not against you. Every time you choose movement over stillness, you're investing in that future. Before we finish, let's celebrate something. You've already taken the hardest step. You've opened your mind to the possibility of change. You've chosen to learn, to reflect, and to act. That's the beginning of transformation. So today, I invite you to pick one thing, just one, that you'll do differently. Maybe you'll stand while reading a book. Maybe you'll stretch before you sit down to watch TV. Maybe you'll put on a song and sway to the rhythm in your kitchen. It doesn't have to be dramatic, it just has to be yours. And if this video helped you feel even a little more inspired, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one small change you're planning to try this week? Your story might just be the encouragement someone else needs today. Be sure to give this video a like if it gave you something valuable, and subscribe to the channel for more simple, supportive advice just like this. We're all in this together, and I'm so glad you're here. Remember, no matter your age, your health, or your history, you can feel strong, you can stay active, and you absolutely deserve to feel good in your body. Here's to living your best life, one strong step at a time.